I wonder if that can be seen. A branch fallen down, which is utterly irrelevant. What is relevant? Oh, look at that. That pathetic sea. It's impossible to be having as much bizarre fun as this morning, which I've earned. One truly magnificent communicatoress. Anyway, why have I put this on? Because it's all about sleep. And if you're... Well, I've written in my ralphschism.com, I hate the words van. They even have stupid bloody backpacks and wind cheater things with van written on them. Van life. It's all... They just wouldn't get it. It's... Anyway, nature. I mean, it's all about just having nature in mind. The wind came round to that direction last night, as I knew it would. So parking here, just in case any trees fall down. Anyway, to the point. Yes, I have a couple of wonderful inputs ongoing. That's not the point. That's not even relevant, actually. What's relevant? What is relevant is that I've got to make an audio about this. I'm being deliberately... No, I'm not being deliberate or anything. Yes, I've got to make an audio about this, which is... I've got no interest in van life, except... See, there's one of them. This whole area is just full of magpies. But, what is magpieism? It's a tough one. And magpieism's the wrong way of putting it. The right way of putting it is there have been so many, and it was the men first, so many people, 40, 50 years, that means the battery's running low. Right, 40, 50 years, right, speed up. It's absolutely great to just be stuck. Stuck, meaning, it's too cold to do anything. Haven't got much fuel left. Ponder about what is important. And what is actually important is there are over 40 or 50 years, and there is one perfect example, which I'm going to put into an audio, of mainly men at first, who were the first wave of charmy, and that's the point. More than charmy plus. And the best example is Alan Watts. None of them would call themselves gurus, but they put out into the post-religious void a kind of, well, they will call themselves things like philosophers, etc. But everything about them is about their presence. Okay? People would say, oh, well, that person has charm and charisma. But it's about their presence. And I find it astonishing how men, mainly, the last 10 or so years, elevate these people. If somebody puts an Alan Watts video online, now I've listened to the words, but if somebody puts an Alan Watts video online, you have thousands of people like, oh, here's one of the kind of great voices of our time. The words actually are almost meaningless and have no great use as to how to live actually in the real world now, or in his case, then. I have a very good memory, and it's like each one must... The only thing they can do is to try and put their presence there such that people latch onto their presence. That's what they're actually doing. But it's all dressed up in... Right, I gotta make the audio about this, because I had this audio in my head. Woken up by the wind at 1 o'clock in the morning. And if you slept well, if you're completely and utterly at peace, content enough, the good things that you come up with from nowhere, but based on many years actually of pondering, they crystallize sometimes. And putting them down into some format or other without presence is, I think it's a useful thing to do. So I'm going to do it.